Right, so it has been a little while since we spoke about Michelle the Bartender, and since my last video, she's kind of just been doing the same stuff. And by the same stuff, you can probably guess what I'm saying if you've seen my last videos, but basically she's being overly honest and very transparent about her life. To the point that when you're watching these videos, it's just uncomfortable. Now, in case you haven't seen my last videos on Michelle the Bartender, let me give you a very quick recap. So Michelle the Bartender is a TikToker with 4.4 million followers, a pretty big TikToker, right? She kind of blew up by showing her job, which, I mean, doesn't really take a genius to work out, is a bartender. And then as she got bigger and bigger, she would be a lot more transparent about her life. Not just her job, but her actual personal life. And more specifically, her husband, or now her ex-husband. I think the biggest piece of drama that involved Michelle is when she went over to TikTok and told people the story about how her husband went to a bar, got really drunk, brought some blokes over that he just met that night over to their house. Bear in mind, she's at the house, also their child's at the house. And then luckily nothing happened. Michelle thought they looked a bit sketchy. I think she asked them to leave. And then when she went to a bar the next day, someone there said, "I'm sorry for what happened." And she was very confused. And she said, "Well, I told your husband not to bring these people home because I knew they were going to rob you. And I'm so sorry that happened." Obviously she didn't get robbed, but apparently they were very close to being robbed if she didn't see the blokes. And being robbed isn't even the biggest worry there. Again, their child lives with them, right? You're putting your child in danger here. So Michelle uploaded this video and she went in on her husband, right? It wasn't just explaining the story. She was clearly very angry at him, and fair enough, she has every right to be angry about that situation, but it resulted in a bunch of comments from people saying, "Why is this on TikTok? This sounds like a conversation you should probably have privately." And just when you thought that she would maybe be a bit more private about the situation, she then posted another video showing that she had updated her security cameras in her home and showed exactly where they were, and not only that, explained how to avoid them. She would say things along the lines of, "Oh, if you stay under this camera for a certain amount of time, I won't be notified." Basically giving people a technique to avoid the cameras. So you just went in on your husband for being extremely unsafe, which he was, but now you are also being extremely unsafe. And she never deleted those videos, even though everyone in the comments was saying, "You may as well give me the keys to your home at this point. You've told me exactly how to avoid them." And again, it's not just putting herself in danger. The main reason why people are worried is because their child lives with them, right? This had people extremely worried. And then since then, there's been a couple other situations where Michelle the Bartender went onto TikTok to just insult one of her customers. Basically, a frequent customer that she referred to as crazy water bitch, I'm pretty sure. And the reason for this, because she orders a lot of water, well, Michelle made a video talking about it and saying and insinuating that she brings people home and kidnaps him, I guess, because she says that you'd never see these people ever again. Basically just dropping crazy allegations out of nowhere based on absolutely nothing. Now, this person's friend actually went to TikTok and said that this is a load of shite. In fact, she has bought drinks plenty of times at this bar as well, and the story that Michelle is telling is just completely fabricated. And then on top of that, in the most recent situation, I'm pretty sure, was when Michelle uploaded a video showing her child, on the toilet for some reason. Again, it seems like she has no idea what privacy is, not even just for herself, but other people, even a child. Now, as you can imagine, that video received a lot of backlash, and she actually took that one down. So the backlash was bad enough for her to take that down. Not the security cameras, not the crazy water bitch story, but that one did get taken down, and rightly so. And that leads us up to present day, because we have a few videos that I want to go through that Michelle the Bartender has uploaded within the past week or so. The second video in particular is just really sad to see, especially when we add the context to it, which we'll get to in a second. But it's also another one of them ones where it's why on earth are you uploading this on TikTok? Do you not know what privacy is? But let's watch this first video from 4 days ago where Michelle explains her divorce with her now ex-husband, and she starts off the video by saying, if you're just gonna be leaving hate comments, then you may as well click off now. You've watched long enough. Thanks for getting me paid.
I don't know the tea, but you want to leave a hateful comment? I know you made it past 5 seconds of watching, so go ahead and do your thing. Thanks for helping me get paid. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that's how TikTok worked. So if you watch 5 seconds of a video, they get paid no matter how much you watch. Is that actually how it works? Because obviously on YouTube, it's all based on watch time and stuff. Obviously, the longer you watch a video, the more that person gets paid. But I haven't got a Scooby's what happens on TikTok, so maybe that's how it works. But either way, she starts telling the backstory of her ex-husband, says that he's an alcoholic.
As you probably already know, my ex-husband's an alcoholic. When he starts drinking, he cannot stop until all the alcohol is gone and you cannot go buy more.
And again, even with this video, I'm like, why is this on TikTok, right? This is your child's father you're talking about, and I get it, really shit situation. He's clearly fucked up massively. And I don't blame her for being angry, especially when we hear these stories about inviting random men over to the house who could have potentially robbed them. But your son is probably gonna see these videos one day when he's old enough to go on the internet and whatnot, and it's just do you really want that? That just sounds really sad to me. She then goes on to explain the night that she ended things was because he got drunk again and did something stupid in front of her parents, but doesn't say what.
Yeah, he was drunk. Did some dumb things, and my family was there to see it. And that was embarrassing.
I mean, yeah, if they just went over to your TikTok account, they'd be more than aware of the stuff he's been doing because you're very public about it. But she then goes on to explain that he would continuously say that he's not going to drink anymore. He would do that for like a certain length of time. Then he would say like 1 beer will be fine, 2 beers will be fine, and obviously it'll like spiral. And then she ends the video by saying that they're not going to court, she's keeping the house, and he came out a lot better than he came in.
He's not taking me to court, which is one of the smartest decisions he's made. All in all, I'm keeping the house. He has agreed to my proposal of what I was gonna let him take out of the marriage. Don't worry, he's coming out better than he came in. So, and he has not drank since the day that I made him leave.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how she would know that last bit, unless she's like obviously being with him every day, but it sounds like they definitely haven't been. But yeah, either way, that's a video from 4 days ago. I saw this when it was uploaded. I decided not to speak about it because there just wasn't enough there. It wasn't worth me making like a video. Should just explain the situation, and again, it's like, why is this on TikTok, right? That's what the video would be. It'd be me saying that over and over again. But this next video that was uploaded 16 hours ago is very different to me, and it's just like, again, why is this on TikTok? But why are you filming it at this moment in time? And what I mean by that is that this video you're about to watch, where she's clearly very angry at her ex-husband, she's mouthing off about him in this video, she is in the car with her child in the back. And I wasn't even aware of that until I got towards the end of the video and you can hear the child make some noise in the background. Like, why is she filming this with her child in the back and you're just mouthing off about his dad? And as you can imagine, the comment section just filled with people saying it breaks their heart because they've been through similar situations where their parents would constantly argue and it was horrible for them. But yeah, this is the video that Michelle decided to upload, which she has now addressed and said that she's gonna do better, but this video is still up.
I'm sitting here and I'm trying to do this trade-off with our son. I gave him the address, the physical address of the place that I'm at. And I also dropped a pin of my location.
Now, straight away, my immediate reaction to this is, could this not just have been sent to somebody else? Like, if you really need an event like this, why is TikTok your first choice? I'm sure you have a friend that you could voice memo this to. Maybe go on FaceTime and just shout a little bit. But it really does seem like when anything ever happens in Michelle's life that she needs to vent about, her instant reaction before anything is pick up the phone and film a TikTok. And I think I understand what her thought process is, even though I completely disagree with it, but she clearly cares about getting paid from these videos. She made a comment about it in the last one about getting paid. In this video in particular, where she has captioned it, trying to do a trade-off with my son's dad, people know that they're going through a divorce right now. They know it's going to get some drama and she's shouting about him and whatnot. It's got way more views than some of the videos around it. I mean, this one's on 1.1 million and the one before it's on about 300k, right? She's getting paid a lot more for this video. But yeah, either way, let's carry on with the video.
And he's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm here. He's sitting here on the phone trying to argue with me, saying that I gave him the wrong address. But then he has me questioning stuff. I'm like, did I send him the wrong address? So I go back to my messages, I copy it, and I paste it into Maps, and it says, you have arrived. Yeah, because I'm there. And he's like, no, you didn't. You sent me the wrong address.
I mean, again, she's clearly very angry in this video. I'm wondering if she maybe puts it on a little bit for the actual TikToks. And I don't mean that she's faking being angry. I'm sure she was angry about this situation, but she is fuming in these story times that she does. And not just fuming, but very visibly fuming, right? With like the facial expressions and whatnot. So it makes me think that maybe she kind of emphasizes it in the videos, but who knows?
We're supposed to be here at 1:45. It's 2:30. Some people have no sense of time and no respect for other people's time. Like when you type in your GPS where you're gonna go, it tells you when you're gonna be there. How are you so far off?
I mean, again, this video would be one thing if she was in the car by herself. People would still have the reaction of like, why am I watching this? I mean, literally one of the top comments straight away that I see is, this is like way too personal for TikTok. And I agree.
45 minutes off? How did this happen? Yeah, how did it happen?
So yeah, that's obviously when you hear her kid in the back, and I think that's when everyone had the same reaction. Like, wow, I can't believe that this video was filmed in front of a child.
Here. He tried to show me on his phone how I sent him the wrong address.
Oh, she keeps going. I thought she was going to stop there because I saw her smiling. So I was like, oh, maybe she changed the tune. And realizes like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't be doing this when he sat in the back and remembers. But no, she carries on. But yeah, like I said, the comments are really bad in this video. We've got one here saying, girl, I get it 100%, but my stomach dropped when I heard his little voice in the back seat. You don't want your problems and feelings towards your ex to affect his view of his dad. And here we got another comment saying, nothing I hated more as a kid was hearing my mum talk like this about my dad. And again, another one saying, this made me sad for your son, not only hearing you speak about his dad, but the anger in your tone. And now this comment in particular, which is the one that Michelle actually replied to, says, Mum, please don't talk like that in front of the boy. To which Michelle then uploaded this video saying that she's going to do better.
To everybody who commented things like this, in the last video that I posted, I just want to say that you're 100% right. My parents hated each other. It negatively impacted me as a child, and I don't want that for Ryder, and so I'm gonna do better.
I mean, fair enough. I'm glad you're saying that. I mean, the video is still up. I guess, like, deleting it wouldn't change the fact that the son heard it. But again, when he gets older, there's a chance that he's probably going to look at his mother's TikTok account to see what videos she did. And when he sees that her most popular ones are just berating his dad, I can't imagine how that's going to feel. So I do think, like, the sensible and obvious way to go around this is to delete the video, but maybe not.
I posted a video right before this one voicing frustration about Ryder's dad not being able to pick a time and being able to be there at that time. And that is not an excuse to talk about his dad in that tone of voice that I was using. He just doesn't need to see me losing my cool and getting upset, like, regarding something that has to do with his dad. And so I agree with you guys. This is not the first time that he's done this to me, but I also did tell him, after I calmed down, I called him and I was like, hey.
Okay, so she said, like, it's the wrong thing to do. I'm not going to do that anymore. And then she goes into talking about him again. I mean, hopefully this time it's just her in the car. I'm assuming that's the case. It'd be crazy if it wasn't.
If in the future you are more than 15 minutes late from the time that we agreed to do the switch, I'm just going to go home. And you can come get him if you want, but I don't have time for this anymore. And he agreed. I guess we'll see how that turns out. I bet you he won't be late anymore.
Okay, and that's the end of the video. So what I've gathered from this is that she's going to stop doing it in front of her kid, which is a good thing, but she's going to carry on doing it on TikTok because she literally did it in the same video. And I guess that's just Michelle's stick at this point. I guess that's probably why people do watch her. They like the drama, and she is very open about the drama in her life, even if situations should probably be private. But yeah, either way, that's the situation up until now. Like I said, this happened 14 hours ago. It's very fresh. So I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on everything that I spoke about. And yeah, if you are new here, please subscribe and all that stuff. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.